And great, I'm still recording. Now I'm going to try to share my screen, and I really hope and cross my fingers that this works. All right. This is not what I want you to see. I want you to see this. Are you able to see Music for Everyone Likes Your Community Chorus Fall presentation? Thumbs up, thumbs down. Okay, that is it.
Welcome to music class.
Welcome to music class.
Interesting. Well, that's kind of the same deal. Let me try this again. Here it is. Are you able to see this?
Yes.
Fantastic. So,
Yes.
thank you for that. This is just hopefully a real quick flyby of my thoughts for the fall. And I do plan to have a little bit of time for questions at the end. But again, I apologize for my silence. Really, like, what is anyone doing now? None of us really know, but we're trying. The first slide I had on here was warm up. Congratulations, you've already done it. I did it first, that way I didn't make you feel uncomfortable recording your faces while you were doing the warm up. But the long story short is that for this fall, for the foreseeable future, we're doing this, we're just doing it virtually. And I want you to know, I'm going to explain, this is coming through a wide variety of factors. It's based on a number of decisions by leading national choral groups. Interestingly enough, the response in the choral community is very wide. There are groups that have resumed with really hardly any changes, not even in protocol and social distancing, that kind of thing. And there are groups that have just straight up said, we're taking a year off. I tend to be middle of the road with that kind of thing. I didn't want to stop, but I also want to be on the slow side, as I shared in the spring, about coming back together in person. So basically what we're doing is trying to be conservative while still meeting together. This has been shared with the leadership at MFE, and they are fully in support of it. And it pretty much tracks with how they're handling a lot of things. For example, their summer camp that they run for years and years and have hundreds of students from the community. It happened this year, but it was virtual. So it was on Zoom and looked very different. They have, they're putting out videos that they send to the schools. Their Michael Germanis' strings group is still meeting virtually. So this is kind of what most of us in the Lancaster area, at least right now, are doing. So what exactly does that look like? Oh no, I did another slide because I'm a teacher, so I can never have just one slide. There are pros and cons to in-person, pros and cons to virtual. The choirs that are meeting in person with additional cautions are basically meeting outside and masked, and that sometimes that's working really well. It does make it difficult, frankly, to hear each other. Certain choirs I've read even set up microphones and sound system outside so they can kind of broadcast their voices, and that's not very feasible in a group of 60 to 80 people. If they are inside, they're limiting their numbers. They're emphasizing non-vocal aspects of performing. So I work with another group in the Lancaster area. We're doing a lot of body percussion and some African drumming. You go virtually, obviously it eliminates the health risks, but it feels more isolated. Like now you get to see people on the screen, you get to sing, but we all know it's different than all being in the same room. Internet lag time makes it difficult to all sing together at the same time, which is why a lot of times you'll hear me while the rest of the group will be on mute. And the approach to rehearsal just generally changes. I will say also, the research keeps developing. Shortly after COVID hit, there was kind of that nightmare story out of Oregon of a community chorus, that there was quite a lot of spread of COVID with some fatalities. And so that sort of shut the whole choral community up very quickly. And even that one in particular, there's not definitive research on it, but even that story has developed a little bit. Like the biggest issues with that weren't necessarily with them meeting. It was more that there was no social distancing observed at all. Like everyone would put the chairs away, they'd eat snack together. So the research is still developing as to exactly how much in-person you can do safely with social distancing. That's just to say that this continues to be very much a developing news story and something that I frequently think about, because I'll be honest, I want to be together with all of you. I want to hear us sing together. I'm not going to put it off indefinitely. I just want to be cautious for safety's sake. So what that comes down to is that Monday evening is going to have a narrower scope, and my hope is that it will have deeper growth. And I want to share kind of those points of focus with you. Sometimes on Monday, we'll do group Zooms just like this. And to me, they will serve a couple purposes. The first one is just face-to-face greetings. When we have a whole group Zoom like this, I want to make sure that I leave time that people can say hello to each other and say, how was your weekend and how's your dog and that kind of thing, because that's what we miss about being together, is that connection. And you can't do it on the screen the same as you did in person, but when we're all together, I want to make sure that I leave unstructured time purposefully, because I'm seeing that at school too, with the kids on Zoom, and that's very important. Physical and vocal warm-ups, much like we started with, that is probably the one easiest thing to do on Zoom, is because I can't hear any of you, but I can see you. I can see that you're moving your body. I can even possibly correct things like, mouth position and vowels and things like that. I can see you, and you can hear me, and that tends to work pretty well. I will introduce limited new repertoire. I'm not going to bite off probably quite as much as I do in a regular in-person year, but this tends to be a pretty good forum to introduce new music, because when you're getting something new for the first time, the most important thing is that you can hear me. And then usually I'll follow that up with a video or an audio recording for you to be able to sing along with at home, to say, okay, what's that note? Did I get that note right? This doesn't always work for music that we know really well and we're trying to refine. It can, but I'm going to use it more to do the warm-ups, kind of broadly introduce new repertoire. And the big thing is motions. I'm going to do more with kinesthetics, and y'all going to make like a scared face at me now when I say that, but I want to do even more than usual. I'll talk more about that a little bit later. But so those are the whole group sessions. And look at that. I'm going to go back now. I don't know if I can go back. Pardon me a second. No. Well, that's bizarre. I had two of the same slides, but never mind. Never mind. Let's learn something. Stand up, please. Give me a thumbs up if you know the name Janet Peck.
Yeah.
Janet Peck, she is a musical giant in the Lancaster community. Her area of expertise is dance. She also, knows quite enough about African singing, drumming, dance, culture. It's all very combined in Africa. She visits Africa, I believe, every other year or maybe even every year to study there, specifically West Africa, and really just learn from the people who live it there. I've worked with her a few times, and she's just absolutely fantastic to work with. She choreographed a piece based on African movements, but sort of more adapted for the stage. I loved it so much that I want to teach it to you. So I'm going to back up a little bit and give me a thumbs up if you can still hear me. Okay, excellent. So I want a right angle with my elbow like this. Go ahead and put up one hand, right angle, okay? Other one, right angle, and bring them together in front of your face, okay? So we're gonna go open, close. Yeah, open, close. We'll do that 4 times, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm actually gonna stop sharing my screen. That just allows me to see a lot more of your faces and your movement. Do that again, please, ready? And go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now here's where it gets a little bit tricky. Your right foot, step out. Let's see if I can adjust my camera.
So should we do opposite to you or not?
Oh, yeah. No, you should do the same. I'll mirror it, okay? So right's that way, correct? Is right that way?
Yep.
Okay, good. So we're gonna open and we'll step to the right, okay? And when we close, we step with our feet back together. So first, bend your knees like you're gonna pick something up, and that's our position. We get right, right, okay? We'll get two right, and then we'll go two to the left, 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 okay? So I'll put them together. I go 1, 2, 3, 4. Right, right, left, left. Let me come a little closer so I can see. Thumbs up if you're with me so far. Fantastic. Do those again. 1 and 2 and ready, go. Right, right, left, left. Good. Here's the next part. We go 1 right, 1 left. Here we go. Right, left. All right? So far we're up to 6, I think. Yes, 6. Let's put them all together. 2 right, 2 left, 1 right, 1 left. 1 and 2 and ready, go. Right, right, left, left, right, left. So far, so good. Here's the fun part. Up, down, shoulder, shoulder. I'll put those 4 together. Up, down, shoulder, shoulder. Okay? Do it one more time. Up, down, shoulder, shoulder. Right angles, and let's do the whole thing. Go right first. Ready? And go. Right, right, left, left, right, left, up, down, shoulder, shoulder. Right, right, left, left, right, left, up, down, shoulder, shoulder. Right, right, you got it. Left, left, right, left, up, down. One more time. Right, right, left, left, right, left, up, down, shoulder, shoulder. Okay. Is your blood moving yet?
I missed the feet part because I was propping up my phone. What are you doing with your feet?
All you do is you step out to the side. Let me try to adjust it. Okay, can you kind of see my foot? Step that, right? Okay, you got your arms. And then you go the other way. And then you go right, left, up, down, shoulder, shoulder. Try one more time. Right, left, left, right, left, up, down, shoulder, shoulder. That's just a short introduction. There's more.
What do you do if the dog gets in the way?
One more time? Sorry.
What do you do if the dog gets under your feet?
Please don't fall. Okay, so here's what I want to
I don't want to kick my dog or anything.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, definitely don't kick the dog. That's never part of the choreography. Okay. Now, Zoom just warned me I have 10 minutes left, so let's tie this into some music we know. Mute yourself if you're not already muted, and just keep doing those same motions. I'll go first. Bonse aba mo pokele lava li pele maka akuba. Your turn. Bonse aba mo pokele lava li pele maka akuba ban. Bonse aba mo pokele la pele maka akuba ban. Bonse aba mo pokele lava li pele maka akuba ban. Kuba bana, kuba bana, kuba bana. Bakwalesa kubabana, 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 bakwalesa, kubabana, 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 bakwalesa, kubabana, 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 bakwalesa. I'm out of breath. Sit down. That was really good.
So Jonathan, was that exercise in order to demonstrate 6 feet of social distancing?
Quite possibly. So, I'm going to jump back in. So we just learned something. Congratulations. I am hoping to focus more on, movements like that. For example, that's a song we already know, Bonsayaba. There's a way to completely change the way we perform it in a way that's simple enough to learn via Zoom. Now, we won't always be meeting as the whole group. My other hope is that we can do small group Zoom sessions. These will be for sectional work, reviewing and refining repertoire, so I'll kind of introduce it to the whole group, and then get you in small groups to work on it deeper and kind of knead it in. And I'm going to do small group vocal coaching. This is not going to be required, but it's certainly going to be encouraged. I would love to get, not just sections 5, 4, 2, just me and you for 10, 15 minutes working on your voice, because as far as I'm concerned, that is one of the most valuable things that I can hope to offer you. I have some experience teaching voice, but when we're not together, if we're a singing group, let's become better singers. And I hope to figure out a way to have people sign up for slots, and there's no requirement because I don't want anyone to be nervous, but that's something that I want to work out to be able to invest in you as a singer during this time. For us, it's also going to mean understanding the what, the how, and the why of music. A little bit more time, since I'm not feeling so rushed with the repertoire, to talk about music history, the theory, why did composers write music the way that they did, and kind of how to be an informed consumer. The final thing is I would love some guest presenters. There's already a couple clinicians that I'm thinking through that I would love to ask Brendan if we can, invite, and, if there's a fee, maybe MFE can help with that, but who can do this kind of thing over Zoom. But I'm also well aware that there are people in this group who have a lot of expertise in things that they could offer. So I want to put that out now because I don't have this part completely filled in my mind yet. I have a framework, an outline, but I hope that this can be filled in even more than I could imagine. I would love for someone to come to me and say, hey, let me play a song that I've been working on my instrument, and I'll explain it to people and just do a mini recital. Or, hey, I've been learning a lot about this composer, and I just like to take 5 minutes and share with the group what I learned. They do a lot of work with, maybe it's a current composer, and they're doing a lot of work in this area of the world, or something like that. I just put that out now because it is not a fully baked plan, and I would love to draw on the expertise of the group to help fill in some of those gaps. So be thinking about that, and if there's something you might be willing to share, definitely let me know. So I'm recapping: Monday nights, narrower scope, deeper growth. We'll have some whole group Zoom meetings, some small group Zoom meetings, and as I hope I explained, they'll pretty much fulfill different purposes. And that also includes an open call for guest presenters, okay? Looking ahead, I want us to keep connecting and growing. We are a community. You are a community. You've existed before me. We existed before COVID. We'll continue to be a community when COVID is gone. I want to stay informed about the research to seek opportunities to be together. I want to stay in close communication with Music for Everyone, because if I know one thing about John Gertie and Steve Chambers and Brendan Stengel and the rest of the MFE leadership, it's that their brains never stop working. So I'm sure they already have some ideas in the works, and I want to keep in touch with them about how we can be a part of whatever they're doing. I also want to pursue the possibility of more virtual performances. Speaking of, you will see it here first. I'm going to try this because I really hope you can hear it. If you can't hear it, then I'll have to figure something else out. But please give me a thumbs up when it starts if you can hear. Yeah, you cannot hear because I can't there it is. Now it's unmuted. No, it's not. Sorry, I'm racing the clock. Unmute. Oh my. Okay, let me exit preset mode. Jeez, I'm glad this isn't my full-time job. Okay, please let me know if you can hear this now.
Tiffany Brown. Are you trying to share something with sound? There it goes.
Are you able to hear it? Oh.
Did you send yours?
Yeah.
Because I don't see you. I wish I didn't have to stop it, but I talked too long and Zoom is going to kick me out in 2 minutes. Well, didn't Tiffany do an amazing job? I have to say, I was really impressed by the process. Mike First from Force Audio Productions made it very easy and did a nice job getting everything together. I think it did cause some anxiety in people trying to complete it. But the end product, I think, is really quite impressive. The guys at MFE love it. They're pushing it out tomorrow. So I'm going to send Nicole the YouTube link tonight. And she will send that to you. And keep an eye on, Facebook and MFE's website. And Brendan told me, hey, if you're introducing it to them on Monday night, then Tuesday morning, we're going to give it the biggest push we can and put it on our website, our Facebook. And I just think it's a great piece of work. And I'm very proud of the work that you all did with that. So that was my whirlwind tour of my thoughts, hopes, dreams, fears, and wishes for the fall. I wanted to see if there were questions, but we have only 1 minute left. So I think I will leave it at that for now. And I'll say next Monday, same time, 7 o'clock. We'll do, some review of some stuff that we did tonight. I'll teach you another song that I would love to introduce. You might have heard it before. It's called Wanting Memories. Wonderful, wonderful piece. But for now, if you have a question, feel free to email me, or you can ask it in person next Monday. I will speak with Nicole about sending that link out and also making this recording available for people who couldn't come. And before Zoom kicks me out, unmute yourself and send your love and your farewell wishes to everyone.
Jonathan, that was wonderful. Thank you. Thank you,
Everybody.
everybody.
Thank you. Thank you.
Have a wonderful, wonderful week. See you next Monday.
Love you.